guys, I'm KBHD here, and this is the iPhone 6s. Now I know it might be a little bit hard to tell the difference between the 6 and the 6s at first glance, so this video is everything you need to know that is new and different about the iPhone 6s. First of all, the design. So on the outside, the design remains nearly the same, not identical, but obviously super familiar for iPhone 6 users. For those with hawk eyes, you'll notice the iPhone 6 has all the FCC markings on the bottom and no S badge. Then the 6S came out after you were no longer required to have the FCC markings, so they got rid of them, and it looks a little bit cleaner, though the S badge, I guess, looks a little bit out of place. Anyway, the main way you'll actually be able to tell if someone has the new iPhone is if they have the new pink color.
You mean rose gold, right?
It's pink, so.
Dude, it's rose gold.
It's like a pale, faded version.
Seriously, it's rose gold.
All right. It's rose gold. Anyway, the real difference on the outside is that Apple's now using a 7000 series aluminum, which makes for a stronger body, which means it won't bend as easily. It's even reinforced internally around the volume buttons where it bent last year. You can't see that, but it's there. Overall though, button placement, headphone jack, mute switch, etc., all the stuff is in the same place. It's still also the rounded shape of last year, and I've said this before, the rounded sides make it a bit slippery in the hands, so you already know what to do. Although, something to note, this new iPhone is thicker, taller, and wider than the iPhone 6. So your cases and skins from last year probably won't fit, depending on how precise they are. One of my favorite changes, though, on the front of the new iPhone is the new Touch ID. This new fingerprint sensor is ridiculously fast. Some might even say too fast. It's fast to the point where if you wake up your phone and unlock it with your finger on the home button, you might actually miss the notifications that you could have read on your lock screen, which is pretty funny because you can basically unlock Touch ID with just a tap now and not holding the home button. You can just touch it and it'll read your fingerprint that fast. The workaround, of course, to not being able to read your notifications or just check the time would be to use a different finger to check that or resort back to that trusty sleep-wake button. So the next